spins, A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Oilers. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Like 20. Two times. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 90 in the mic. Let's go. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us? No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Oilers. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line. Here we go tonight. Like 20.
Hey, pick your game up.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Now Goff on first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Let's get off the field. You can choose the mic. Watch Mike. We got to get the ball.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting the tone early.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Hey, let go. Don't be scared.
Third and long. It's gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
Watch two. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 60 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Slam.
Look at me. Door.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
25. Hey, orbit.
Stop your body.
from the gun on third down. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Five.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Hey, exit.
17's Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
On first down, gone. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing again on second down. Goff. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing on third. Gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on fourth down. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. This is taken at the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
10-2 stop. Smooth.
17.
Ready?
2nd and 9 now. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun to give to Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. Cuts right. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll look to throw here. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and 11. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
X3, 218, chop it. Get it.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, it's Henderson, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the block.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now back to throw. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
90 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, 90 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 90 is the mic.
Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, you got three down. 90 is the mic. Watch the slant. 90 is the mic. I don't even know why.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Flushed out right. Now he's going to... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Set. 90, walk.
Watch the slant.
Now.
He'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick.
Intercepted by the Rams.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
60 outlaws.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Peppers. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. He'll drop to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Pardon, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
90 is a mic. Hey, get away with it. 90 is a mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 90 is a mic.
Now Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
90 is a mic. Hey, I'm coming.
Five.
Watch the run. 90 is a mic.
We're good.
90 is a mic.
You must be dreaming.
90 is a mic. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 90 is a mic. Watch twist.
Out of the gun. Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
I'm coming after you. Check that.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Pilot, 64, win.
Here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Obama, Obama, Obama.
90 is a mic. Hey, come on, no, come on, no. 90 is a mic.
Goff on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
Here we go.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
That's going to be a long day.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On third down, here's Henderson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this results in 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they